We have some more mysterious and very suspicious activity going on here. But before we get into that, we have some XRP news today. We have some Bitcoin news today. And we have some Algorand. We got some more Algorand news. We had some yesterday. They're doing really good right now, seems. But this article here is titled, XRP price glitch takes XRP to $62,000. What is going on here? Why does this keep happening? Has anyone ever given us an answer to why this happens all the time with XRP? Well, I won't say all the time, but many, many times this has happened. And I just don't see this happening frequently with other cryptocurrencies. Why? I mean, hey, you tell me. If you have an answer, you tell me. Maybe you saw something that I don't and someone actually explained this. So now it begins as such. A mysterious XRP price glitch has reportedly occurred on the US-based exchange Kraken, showing a massive trading price of $62,000. Ex-user Jimmy Crypto first called attention to the occurrence in a post on Wednesday. He noted that he had witnessed the glitchy XRP price unfold for 10 minutes. Wow. Is that the longest a price glitch has occurred? It's the longest that I'm remembering. That's a long time. It usually happens very quickly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, price unfold for 10 minutes on Kraken Exchange. The accompanying screenshot indicated multiple instances where traders on Kraken purportedly placed buy and sell orders for XRP at around $62,000. Meanwhile, the prevailing value for the asset on the platform was 47 cents. Yeah, they wish. Everybody wished that was true and XRP was $62,000. There'd be a lot of planes in the air right now. People be leaving. They'll be leaving their home country and going somewhere nice. All the private islands will be sold out. People will be buying private islands, trying to escape, giving up citizenship and, trying not to pay massive taxes and such, looking for loopholes. I'm just saying, like, if they wish. Anyway, continuing on from there. It says this latest development has reignited excitement among optimistic community members, particularly those who have long argued that recurring price glitches for XRP reflect its true value. I've heard that a few times, not often, but I've heard that a few times. Some people have said that to me. I haven't heard that. I'd like to hear more from those people as to, maybe there's something they saw that lead them to believe that, or, maybe there's some information they have. I don't know. I like to ask questions. It says these enthusiasts hope that the high prices seen in the glitch will one day become a reality. Besides, they leverage the incidents to support their claim that XRP's price is being artificially suppressed. Yeah, but it's naturally going to support that argument. Yeah. It says, quote, they can't hide it anymore, unquote. A community member remarked. Why didn't you include the person's name or their at? This on Twitter, right? So people can look this up and see the tweet for themselves. They crop the one tweet, but then they don't crop this tweet. And I see like stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some information is just, they don't like that certain information to get out. It doesn't matter. Even if it's a small person, they may have an opposite opinion. And they won't put that person's name because they don't want that message to get out. You know what I mean? They don't want that idea to spread. But who cares? You're going to report on it. Put the person's name. Let the people go see who that is. Maybe they got some questions for them. They're on social media, right? Let them socialize. But anyway, but why put the quote if you're not going to tell us who said it? They can't hide it anymore, unquote. And I'm not saying that it's a super potent quote or, that I agree with the quote. I'm just saying, let the people ask this person some questions. They put it out there to the public. Or why use the quote? Anyway, so scrutinizing claims, notably the mysterious $62,000 price, failed to reflect in the asset's 24-hour price change despite occurring on at least 12 buy and sell orders, as seen in the screenshot. It says, additionally, Kraken did not post any unusual market volume for XRP. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's get a professional to explain this. Like David Schwartz. Of all the questions people have asked David Schwartz, has this question been asked before? Why does that happen? So it says here, this discrepancy casts doubt on the validity of the reported glitch. This is likely due to the fact that no order was fulfilled at that price. What's a glitch? It's not supposed to be, the order's not supposed to be fulfilled at that. It could be just a visual thing, right? I would assume. Ex-user Saber, who commented on the event, suggested that the issue may be due to the observer's browser malfunctioning. Well, listen, I would literally just said it might be something superficial. It's just a visual thing. I don't know that it was due to the individual on the individual's end, but maybe it's something visual that happened at Kraken. I don't know. But yeah, it's a possibility. Saber also noted that it is possible to replicate this behavior by rapidly switching between currency pairs. Okay. This assessment gains credibility, considering that Bitcoin traded at around 62,000 on Wednesday when Jimmy reported observing the glitch on Kraken. Okay, sounds reasonable so far. Okay. It says Bitcoin opened at $61,789.68 on June 26 and reached an intraday high of $62,434. It says notably, this recent incident is not an isolated event. The XRP community has reported numerous price anomalies on various trading platforms in the past. That's what I'm saying. Why is it always XRP? So this sounds good. What this individual just said definitely sounds like it's possible. But why is it always XRP? Like every single time. There's some crazy price anomaly going on with XRP. Then they go on to document other glitches. It says there was some sort of glitch on TradingView. I've never seen the glitch on TradingView, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It says where the platform incorrectly displayed XRP trading at $9,000. So that definitely wasn't. It wasn't mirroring Bitcoin for sure at that time, but I mean, I guess the argument could be made is mirroring something else. $9,864, and those are just theories. Anything is possible here. Similarly, in March, the crypto community witnessed an XRP surge to $70 on the Atlantis exchange platform. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's interesting, to say the least. All right, so let's move on from there. So now we have this article here is titled, I want to start off with something interesting, right? I like to mix things up a bit. That's why sometimes you see me, I may be more heavy on the entertainment aspect. And then I'll try to give the next day like a more serious, research-based video. I try to mix it up, and it keeps me balanced. And I hope that it provides a more balanced video experience for the people, because some people like more entertainment. Some people like more heavily research-based videos. So I like to do different stuff on different days. All right. So now this article here is titled XRP News Today. Investor confidence grows as SEC faces court criticism. All right, let's get it going. So it says XRP rises as investors consider the pending court verdict. XRP, they're talking about the price. I'm not worried about the price yet. Let's get that verdict going. Then after, once we get some announcements, then I'm going to be looking at that price. Like, what's going on with the price? It says here, it goes over the SEC filing remedies. The outcome may hinge on court interpretation of post-complaint activity. Yes, but what happened recently? Are they talking about what happened in California? Will the latest court ruling influence SEC appeal plans? Here we go. On Thursday, June 27th, Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty shared the latest court ruling that targeted the SEC, saying, quote, another court slams the SEC, this time for unlawfully rescinding a rule on proxy advisory firms without adhering to the Administrative Procedure Act. The court explains that Gensler personally directed this illegal move. Oh, he's in trouble. While the case did not involve a crypto firm, it highlighted current court sentiment towards the SEC. Alderoty shared the court order that discussed the consideration of a 2020 rule and direction of newly appointed SEC Chair Gary Gensler to reconsider the rule. Things could get worse for the SEC Chair Gary Gensler. The Office of Inspector General is nearing a conclusion to its investigation of alleged crypto conflicts of interest. Within the SEC is about to get hot for this individual. It says investigation into SEC involves former director William Hinman. They're still on their necks about that. Their day is coming for sure. 100%. So that's very good news there. So now let's move on here. We have another article. This article is titled, and I'm going to have to scroll down a little bit. I'm going to get right to what she was trying to convey. This article is titled Ripple President Monica Long breaks silence on RLUSD. And so we've heard from Brad Garlinghouse on this. We've heard from David Schwartz on this. And so now I believe this is Monica Long is confirming what they have said before, which let's read this little article here. This little tidbit says, Long emphasized that RLUSD, the stablecoin set to launch soon, is designed to, quote, complement XRP. Wait, there's more. It says XRP, particularly in facilitating the most efficient cross-border flows, while XRP will continue to play the central role in Ripple's payment solutions. Of course, people do know Ripple has a ton of XRP. And when XRP's price goes up, then Ripple's pockets explode. They know that, right? I don't know why people believe they will put anything before XRP. And that's just one reason. But let's keep it going. While XRP will continue to play the central role in Ripple's payment solutions, the introduction of RLUSD aims to complement the use of XRP in this regard. Long's comments suggest that Ripple's strategy involves utilizing RLUSD to boost the use of XRP. That's what I've been saying. This is what it sounded like Brad Garlinghouse was trying to say. It sounded like that's what David Schwartz was trying to convey. Now you have Monica Long saying it. So here you go. RLUSD to boost the use of XRP. This is a move that could potentially attract more users to XRP Ledger. Yes. All right. I mean, I don't know how many more times they're going to have to explain this, but this is what they're saying. In April, blockchain firm Ripple announced the introduction of a US dollar stablecoin, marking its debut into $150 billion stablecoin market. The Ripple stablecoin would serve a role that the crypto giant promotes as part of its on-demand liquidity offering, which attempts to settle transactions quickly between banks and other financial institutions by using the XRP token as a bridge currency. All right, so now we're going to move on from there. We have a little bit of Bitcoin news here. And Bitcoin news has been super, super bullish as of late. So this article is titled $130 trillion capital rotation coming to Bitcoin, stocks, and gold. I would have loved if they put gold before stocks. Heck, I'll take them putting gold in this sentence before Bitcoin. You want to be real? But this is super bullish. According to macro guru Luke Gromen. Hey, listen, I'm going to say it again. I said this before. A lot of experts are saying the stock market is in a bubble. Why isn't, I just don't understand it. It's just so many people aren't talking about that aspect. I'm reading expert after expert for months now saying the stock market is in a bubble. What happens to that bubble burst? But I said, I don't understand that comparison. Gold is not in a bubble. Gold is supported by all the bank buying. That's solid. And it's probably just going to continue to go up, consolidate for a while as expected, but especially with geopolitical tensions and the coming collapse of multitude of banks and the trust in the banking system going down rapidly. I just don't see how gold doesn't continue to go up. Then we read the article the other day. If you saw the videos from the other day, Bank of America, I think it was Bank of America. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bank of America saying gold could go to $3,000. Right. They're not the only ones. I'm not saying gold is going to $3,000. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying that there's a lot of bullishness in the air for gold, and it's not in a bubble. I don't know why you would put stocks before gold, but let me not be, what do they call it? Nitpicky and such like that. I'm just saying they're not the same right now, in my humble opinion. Veteran macro investor Luke Gromen believes that tens of trillions of dollars will move away from the U.S. bond market. That's definitely possible. Who's going to buy all these bonds they've been flooding the market with? That's another question, right? It says, and into Bitcoin, gold, and stocks. In a new Kitco News interview, Gromen says that he sees liquidity being drained from the $130 trillion bond market. According to the macro guru, central banks around the world are afraid of stockpiling U.S. treasuries after seeing how the government can arbitrarily confiscate a country's holdings. Uh-oh. Quote, treasuries for central banks are no longer risk-free instruments. If you do something that the United States government doesn't like, they will take your treasuries, full stop. They've done it to redacted. They've done it to others, unquote. As for treasury investors, Groman thinks that they will eventually sell their holdings because gold. See, now you got the proper order here. I like this now. It says because gold, Bitcoin and stocks have more upside potential than bonds. Listen, that money, if that money does begin to flow, it's going to flow into a lot more than Bitcoin. Let's be real. Bitcoin's going to get a good chunk, I would think. But a lot of those other top coins are going to get to have their fill. Believe you me. It says here, make up your own mind. It's just my humble opinion. He highlights that the U.S. government can no longer afford to raise interest rates because of its massive debt holdings, making other asset classes more appealing to investors. The quote, the $130 trillion bond market is the sucker at the end of the card table and is going to figure that out. As it figures that out, it's going to sell bonds and buy me something that holds value. I don't know why he phrased it like that. It says that's something that holds value will be $65 trillion in U.S. stocks right now, $14 trillion of gold right now, and $1.4 trillion of Bitcoin right now, unquote. Says that process, quote, that process will continue until the bond selling gets so high that it forces Treasury dysfunction, or it forces rates to a point where the U.S. government cannot afford its debt load. And then the Fed and Treasury will come in and print more money to constrain that, which will only feed back into gold, Bitcoin, and stocks. For sure. Who is this? Who is this saying this again? Let me scroll up one moment. Bear with me. I like to keep people's names in mind. Luke Groman. You know I like how you speak. You know what you're talking about. Yeah, I like how your mind works. Good job, sir. Good job. It says here, U.S. government cannot afford its debt load, and then the Fed and Treasury Department will come in and print more money to constrain that, which will only feed back into gold, Bitcoin, and stocks. The incentive of whatever's left in the $130 trillion bond market to get out, the incentive, I think he meant it will incentivize to get out of it into those other assets faster. And then it's a wash, rinse, repeat. Things could really feed on themselves very quickly, unquote. That was a good article, even though, hey, Deli Huddle, you got this piece from Kitco. Kitco is one of my favorite sites to get commodity news from. And they do a great job over there. I just find that funny, but this was a good article right here. I see why you had to bring it over to Daily Huddle. All right, now, super bullish on gold. I'm going to continue to be that into the future. That's just how I feel. All right, we got a little bit more Bitcoin news. Once again, I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. All right, I hope you're doing well in life. Life is what we make it for the most part, right? So let's try to make every single day count. Let's make it good. All right. While we have time. So this article here is titled Samson Mow doubles down on his $1 million Bitcoin prediction. Why does he keep coming out and saying this? Did somebody press him? Is somebody on probably social media is, questioning him? This is how this man feels, apparently. Let him feel how he wants to feel. You don't have to believe it. I don't understand that. You don't have to agree with this man. This man is... He's not some king or some god coming out of the sky and with lasers out his eyes and controlling your mind. Like, you don't have to agree with this man. Let him believe what he wants. That's how I feel. Vocal Bitcoiner Samson Mow has shared another $1 million Bitcoin prediction on his X account. What more could he say? Let's see. Let's find out. This man is interesting. Outstanding Bitcoin supporter Samson Mow has taken to his X handle to remind the global crypto, remind us we didn't forget. Didn't you just say this last week? He said it last week. He's like, hey, man, time for me to pop out. Sometimes you got to pop out and show people. Anyway, outstanding Bitcoin supporter Samson Mow has taken to his X handle to remind the global crypto community about his expectations for Bitcoin to reach $1 million. Earlier this month, Mao predicted that the world's leading cryptocurrency was going to reach $1 million next year. Later in an interview, however, he added that even if it does not happen this year or next, this historic price peak will be taken by Bitcoin very soon. All right. Is there a new catalyst or something? It says Mao has reposted a tweet about an ex-user urging Bitcoin to skyrocket to $1 million. I knew this had something to do with someone else said something, or there was a catalyst. There was something that provoked him into this. The BTC maximalist added his comment to that tweet, writing $1 million gain. Okay, so there's a lot of people that believe that. All right, so be it. 4 days ago, Mao tweeted that he expects Bitcoin to surge to $1 million, even if many crypto users doubt that. Samson Mao's $1 million Bitcoin prediction is based on the fact that Bitcoin has been sucked from the market since the middle of January, thanks to SEC approving spot Bitcoin ETFs. After the launch, they immediately start scooping up large amounts of Bitcoin daily. That's true. That's a fact. Until the middle of April, they bought roughly 10,000 Bitcoin per day, which was a lot more than miners produced on a daily basis. I see where he's coming from as far as that aspect. Yes. Aside from that, many times Mao underscored that this year, the fourth Bitcoin halving was going to take place. And it finally did in the second half of April. Once block rewards were reduced by half down to 3.125 BTC, the ETFs continued absorbing Bitcoin from the market. Thus, Mao put it, creating a demand shock at some point in the future. For sure. It looks like that. Looks like that. We'll see what happens in reality. In the meantime, he also pointed out that the halving in April created a Bitcoin supply shock. According to his theory, once these two, quote, Bitcoin shocks, unquote, meet, Bitcoin will go to the moon. And if it goes to the moon, let me just add in there, if it goes to the moon, a lot of other things are going to be going to the moon as well, right? It says he believes it will happen all of a sudden as a result of an, quote, Omega candle, unquote. First, they have all these cool names, right? Cryptos. That's one thing I'll say about crypto. They have some cool verbiage. First, they said God candle. The God candle is coming. Now they have the Omega candle. What's next? So he's waiting on the result of an Omega candle, quote unquote, which just might be preceded by, really, they went from God candle. I mean, I God candle to Omega candle to now it says there it might be preceded by Godzilla candles. Oh, man. Fun language, though. Popular investor and author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad book Robert Kiyosaki tweeted this week that he is waiting to buy more Bitcoin as this asset goes down. In a later published tweet, though, where he referred to the famous investor Raoul Pal, who claims now that Bitcoin is entering, quote, the banana zone, unquote, which means Bitcoin is about to skyrocket. Well, I can't wait, sir. Hope it happens right now. Can you press the button? Is there a button to press and make it happen now? All right, so we're going to end off here, folks. I appreciate every single one of you. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I hope life is, the people in your lives are showing you love. I hope you're showing yourself love, and I hope you're keeping your health good. This article here is titled, Archax Makes Aberdeen Money Market Fund Accessible and Transferable on Algorand Blockchain Using Quanto's URD Electronic Money Token. Barcelona, Spain, London, and Utrecht, the Netherlands. Says first bullet point, the first ever tokenized money market fund has arrived on Algorand following the issuance. Sorry about that. Throat got a little dry. Following the issuance by Archax of tokenized interest in Aberdeen's Euro 3.8 billion Euro money market fund. Next bullet point, integration between Quanto's payments and Archax allows for the use of URD electronic money on the Archax digital assets platform. Next bullet point, native, quote, no code, unquote, atomic settlement of URD /fund token in peer-to-peer secondary market transactions enables instant execution of interdependent transactions in a predefined order. Combining robust tokenized assets, on-chain digital money, and native atomic settlement, the partners have been able to illustrate the feasibility and efficiency of moving the end-to-end investment and cash settlement process on chain, investment, asset transfer, trading, settlement, and distributions. Holy smokes. They got a lot done. They did. They've done a good job here. All right, so we're going to leave off on that today. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the Monday.